per day, so you can experience the wildlife and the natural surroundings. I'm going to take a break, a quick break, and when we get back, we'll continue with how do you decide on which cruise line or cruise is going to be right for you. I'll be right back. This is Karen Duncan, your Bucket List Buster.
You're listening to your Bucket List Buster with Karen Duncan.
Welcome back. Karen Duncan here, your Bucket List Buster, and we're talking about wave season and how to choose the best cruise for you. That's what we're talking about. So, are you interested in a family? Well, I guess I should recap. Let me recap before we move on. We talked about where do you want to cruise? What type of ship do you want to cruise on? What kind of wine, beer, and spirits do you want to drink? What kind of onboard entertainment do you like? And if you're interested in adventure or expedition cruising. So now we're going to follow up with, are you interested in a family or more multi-generational cruise? Family-oriented cruise lines usually are the larger lines, and they have lots of opportunities for kids, programs mixed with fun and educational activities. A lot of them have water slides, and Carnival is about to come out with a really fun activity for kids and adults. I'll talk about that a little later in the show. But we've got roller coasters, we've got bungee jumping, zip lining, as well as art and cooking courses that the whole family can enjoy. And let me just say about the multi-generational cruise. So I never took a cruise with my kids when they were younger. My ex-husband did, loved it. But we did that recently with our adult kids, 3 out of the 4. And we went with my mom and one of my aunts and cousins. And it was the best vacation I can say that we've had. And we go a lot of places. But I guess it was because I was very emotional about the fact that our whole family was with us. You know, it was just fun. The younger adults had things to do. We had things to do. We saw each other as much as we wanted to. We ate dinner together every night. We went on some excursions with our kids. My mom and her sister, who have slight mobility problems, played bridge on board, and it just was big fun. My son was entertaining, so we got to go to his shows together. It was fun. I highly, highly, highly recommend if you want to do a multi-generational trip, even a family reunion. Cruising is a great way for you to do it because it takes no work. Once you get on the ship, you're there, and then you can hide from people. You can spend as much or little time with them as you want to, and they can't find you on the ship if they don't want to, if you don't want to be found. But anyway, for teens, there are exclusive play areas. They can watch movies, they can learn to be a DJ, they can just kind of hang out and do nothing like most teenagers like to do. They have pools and sports facilities that are specific for the kids. They've got kids clubs, teen lounges, and the teen lounges are off limits to adults. They have disco parties at night so that they can feel like they're, quasi-adults like the adults are. And then they have adult-only spaces on a lot of these big ships. So, I prefer not to be in a pool area where there's lots of kids. I love children. But when I'm on vacation, I don't necessarily want to be around you and around your little ones. And that sounds horrible. I do love babies. But when I go on vacation, it's so that I can relax. And some other people feel that way. There are times when we want to be with the kids. But there do have adult-only spaces. So what do you want to pay and what's included? Now, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. So this is why we're talking about wave season right now, because there's some incredible deals. This is the time to plan your cruises for the year. That's the whole point of it all. There are upgrades from contemporary ships to premium ships. Because of the prices that you can get right now, you may be able to upgrade to one of those ships that you've always dreamt about going on, but it wasn't quite in the budget. Now's the time to do that. Flexible on travel dates, this is great. That's another way to find a less expensive sail on a date versus another one. Airfare even. Lots of the river cruises are offering free air right now. That is amazing because they're in exotic destinations where air can be expensive. Now, mind you, it is coach, but you can upgrade if you want to. You can let me check to see if I can get some air through one of my consolidators that's less expensive. I'll talk to you about that on another show, but I do sell consolidator air. That means there's airfare out there less expensive on major airlines that you're not seeing, because on those long exotic destinations, international, the airlines would rather somebody be in that seat than it go empty. So they give those seats to companies that can then sell them at a price. So anyway, but you can get some really good deals, or you can get your own air and they give you a credit for what they were going to pay for your air. But let you know, because they work with airlines all the time, they have some really good deals set up with airlines. They get prices that we sometimes can't get as well. And then there are other add-ons and combinations, special amenities offered for free drinks, free Wi-Fi, shore excursions, and on and on and on. So this is a great time if you're looking at cruising anytime this year, even for next year. You can plan your cruise this year for next year and take advantage of the discounts, the amenities, and all the promotions that are going on. So that's my speech and talk. That's my thought for the week, as a matter of fact. And when I get back, we'll talk about lots of other fun stuff. I've got travel news coming up, this week's specials, travel trends, all of that. So this is your Bucket List Buster, Karen Duncan. I'm headed out for a slight little commercial, and when I get back, we'll have some more fun together. Talk to you later. It's that time of year again to start planning your vacations and getaways for the year. Where do you start? You start with Peaks Cruises and Tours. They can help customize your family vacation, special needs families, girlfriend or guy friend getaways, adult only, singles and couples, incentive travel groups, hobby sports and association groups, milestone events, birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, promotions, divorces, and bucket lists. Exactly like you wanted. At Peaks, you'll find they are destination specialists for destinations all over the globe. They have relationships and are specialists with the top brands and suppliers in the industry. They offer best value for any budget. They provide services for special needs clients as special needs groups ambassadors. Peaks Cruises and Tours takes the stress out of travel planning by providing many types of travel: group travel management, cruises, guided tours, resorts, sports and active, VIP upgrades and components, hotel, air, customized tours and dining, and transportation arrangements. So don't spend nights on the computer. Just go straight to peakscruisestours.com. Fill out a contact form with some details, and someone from Peaks will contact you immediately. That's Peaks, P-E-E-K-S, cruisestours.com.
You're listening to your Bucket List Buster with Karen Duncan.
So hey folks, Karen Duncan here, your Bucket List Buster. I'm back and I've got some specials for you this week. One of my favorite cruise lines, the Paul Gauguin. It's a small ship. It does Tahiti. I love Tahiti. It's on my bucket list. I'm about to be there and I can't wait. But the Paul Gauguin is a luxury ship, but it gets right in the heart of Tahiti. It's the only ship that's doing exclusively Tahiti. And they are giving you an offer this year save up to $2,900 per person on the cruise, only price. To Paradise. The offer ends February the 28th. You're going to the French Polynesia. So what does it include? All shipboard meals in a choice of 3 venues, including 24-hour room service, beverages including beer and select wines and spirits, onboard gratuities for room stewards and dining bar staff, a day at our private island, the Matu Mahana, access to the private beach in Bora Bora. Private beach stay? Oh my God. And select water sports and use of snorkel gear. You can't beat it. I think we are going to have someone from Paul Gauguin on the show in the next couple of weeks, actually. Not next week, but probably week after. Well, in about 3 weeks. We'll have them on the show so that they can tell you all about Paul Gauguin and Tahiti. Next is Viking Cruise Line is offering complimentary round-trip air for the Rhine getaway, 8 days, Amsterdam to Basel, April through June 2019 departures. Cruises start from $2,999 per person. That's a great deal, guys. For what you get, 8 days plus free airfare. You can't beat that. Or you can do Paris to the Swiss Alps. This one is 12 days. Paris to Zurich. June 2019 departures. Cruise from $4,699 per person plus free air. On the Rhine getaway, you get the medieval castles, you explore the Black Forest, and culinary traditions of Alsace. Great, great deals. So if sports is your deal and you've got some sporting events on your bucket list, then we've got the deals for you. The Sports Travel, book your custom sports travel experience at 2018 prices. So the Kentucky Derby in Louisville, the Women's World Cup in France, the 2020 Summer Games in Tokyo. These are trips of a lifetime that include top hotels, preferred viewing options, VIP parties and experiences, airport and event transfers, and high-touch service throughout your whole experience. Let's take a look at what you can go see this year at 2018 prices. The U.S. Open, the 2019 Super Bowl, Monaco Grand Prix, 2019 Masters, Indianapolis 500, Daytona 500, the Spanish Grand Prix, the Final Four, Pro Bowl, Preakness. That's just to name a few. Plus, you saw that the 2020 Summer Games in Tokyo are included. So, if you're looking for some deals, you guys need to contact us and let us help you plan some of these bucket list trips for you. I'm going to take another quick break. I got to pay the bills, guys, and I will talk to you here in a little while. Talk to you soon, the Karen Duncan, your Bucket List Buster. Subscribe to your Bucket List Buster on Spreaker.com or iTunes so you don't miss any of the travel news and travel trends for the week. Destination highlights, exciting guest speakers that include professionals from the travel industry and guests who have traveled the world. Plus, are you considering becoming an expat and moving internationally? Then this is the podcast for you. Subscribe today so you don't miss an episode. Your Bucket List Buster, here to help you start living your dreams. Welcome back to the show. Karen Duncan here, your Bucket List Buster. We are at the beginning of 2019 and the beginning of wave season and travel season and all of that. People are done with the holidays and winter is hitting parts of the United States and Canada pretty tough right now. And people are starting to think about when can they take a break and what will their vacations be like in 2019? Well, we've got some trends for you, some destinations and some places I think you would be interested in. So Switzerland is one of Europe's most heralded destinations with mountains, chocolate, and wine. Never thought about Switzerland for wine, but it's at the top of the list this year for 2019. How about the spices and colors and the culture and history of Morocco? that would be a very different destination. If you're looking for something really exotic and very entrenched in tradition, then Morocco could be the place for you.